This is for any parent of an overweight or obese teenage girl who is struggling with health issues, low self-esteem, and social isolation. And you're trying to help your daughter. You want to help her achieve healthy and sustainable weight loss, body positivity, and meaningful social connection. And if you've ever wanted a step-by-step path to support your daughter in achieving these outcomes without constant worry and struggling as a parent, then pay very close attention, because this has the power to totally transform your situation. So today I'll cover a simple 4-step game to help your daughter achieve healthy weight loss, self-love, and social connection in just 6 months, even if she lacks motivation or feels discouraged. Then we'll get into the real reason why your daughter and you are struggling, why she's struggling with the weight and self-image. And you'll get something you can do today. Something you can do today to empower her to eat nourishing food, to move her body. She'll be able to move it in ways she enjoys, and then cultivate self-acceptance. And then I'm going to talk about why restriction and shame, comparisons, and comparing to other people are absolutely the worst ways to support your daughter. And tell you a little bit about a radical new approach of compassion, insight, and community that works 10 times better. And then you'll finally get the knowledge, it's the gain, and you'll finally get what you need to be that unconditional, loving parent your child deserves, with all the peace of mind, connection. Today I'll cover a simple 4-step game plan to help you and your daughter achieve healthy weight loss. Today I cover a simple 4-step plan to help your daughter achieve healthy weight loss, self-love, and social connection in just 6 months, even if she lacks motivation or feels discouraged. And we're going to get into the real reason why you and your daughter are struggling with her weight and self-image, and what you can get today to empower her to eat nourishing foods and move her body, move in ways she enjoys, and cultivate a life of self-acceptance. We're also going to talk about why restrictions, shame, comparison are absolutely the worst ways to support your daughter, and tell you about a radical new approach of compassion. You'll get some insight into that, and you'll see how community works and how all of this can work 10 times better than what you've been doing. And then you're going to get my reason why you can finally become the unconditionally loving parent your daughter deserves, with all the peace of mind and connection and joy that comes along with it. Here's my promise to you: a start to finish game plan to empower your daughter to achieve sustainable weight loss, improve body positivity, and find meaningful connection so she can live a vibrant, healthy life full of confidence, with a community that encourages her to do so. My name is Dr. Kamika Baylor, and I'm the founder and CEO of Dynamic Change and the director of the Extra Teen System. Over the past 20 years, I've helped dozens of people lose weight, and several groups of teenage girls achieve healthy weight loss and body positivity. The vast majority of my clients, they lacked motivation, they felt isolated from their peers, or struggled with emotional eating. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how they did it. Before we get into all that, let me quickly check in with you so I can see where you're at. So does any of this that I'm going to say, if it sounds like you, let me know. Do you sometimes look over at your daughter? You may be driving her to school. You glance and look over at her, and you wonder what happened. What happened to that happy, carefree girl she used to be? Or maybe you stay up at night worrying that bullying and teasing that she gets about her weight is crushing her self-esteem. Are you concerned that she's drifting away emotionally? She's becoming withdrawn from the family and friends, and she just retreats to her room? And most of all, are you terrified that if things don't change soon, your daughter struggles with her weight, her self-image, and feeling lonely will only get worse as she gets older. You're scared she'll live a life alone. Well, if any this sounds like you, any of that at all, if it sounds like you, then I actually have good news, because none of these things are the real problem. The real problem is that you don't have a system. You don't have a system for empowering your daughter to achieve healthy weight loss or body positivity. I'm going to hand you that system right here in this video. But right before I get into that, just understand this. Once you have it, you'll see your daughter develop healthy habits around nutrition and exercise that become second nature to her. You'll notice her speaking about herself. She'll speak about it with compassionate words. She'll speak about her body with compassion rather than criticism. Once you have it, you'll see your daughter developing healthy habits around nutrition and exercise that becomes second nature to her. You'll notice her speaking about herself and her body with compassion rather than criticism. And you'll observe her blossoming social, making friends who appreciate exactly who she is. And most importantly, you'll feel at peace knowing your daughter is on a path to health, love, and connection. And instead of laying awake at night worrying, you'll rest easy knowing your daughter is becoming a thriving, confident young woman. Bottom line, if there is a system that will allow your daughter to achieve healthy weight loss and body positivity without you having to police her. You policing her choices or constantly praising her either, or being critical, critiquing her body. With this system, everything works. Without it, nothing works. That means everything you've been feeling as a parent, all the help, all the frustration, all the guilt, none of that is your fault. You just didn't have. Now you will. Before I get into that, we're talking about that system I was telling you about. Before we get into that and how it works, let me quickly talk about what not to do. Because if you're like most parents in this situation, there are 3 huge mistakes you're probably making, and you may not even realize right now, but those mistakes are destroying any chance your daughter has of achieving the healthy, confident future she deserves. I can virtually guarantee you're making at least one of these mistakes, if not all. Let's look at all 3 of these really quickly right now. The first mistake is restricting her food choices. This leads to feeling of deprivation. She'll feel deprived, which often backfires on her. It causes her to binge eat. So depriving her of things will make it worse. It doesn't teach her intuitive eating habits that will serve her long term. It just puts a band-aid on it that doesn't address her emotional issues. Here's why this is really dumb. Restricting your daughter's diet, restricting her food choices will lead directly to sneak. She'll start sneak eating, rebelling, and you guys will not trust each other as much. You'll have damaged trust between you two. Here's the truth. There's a way to empower her. You can empower her to eat healthy without making her feel punished or ashamed. And I'll talk about that and what that looks like in just a minute. The second mistake I see parents make is body shaming. Now, you might think that tough love about weight is motivating, but doing this is a recipe or disaster. Here's why. It erodes her self-esteem and makes her hate her body even more. It does not motivate behavioral change, and it does not motivate healthy eating habits. It actually causes more stress eating and disturbance. Negative remarks about your daughter's body from you or anyone else can spiral into a lifetime of body image issues, disordered eating, and misery. Do you see how destructive this is when you're trying to help your daughter become healthy and confident? What you need to do instead is focus on unconditional love and modeling self. And I'll show you about that in just a minute. The third mistake is comparing her to other girls. Constantly comparing your daughter to her thinner peers tells her that you wish she was different than who she is. This is incredibly damaging to her self-worth, and comparing leads to demoralization, jealousy, and further isolation, further pulling away from the family and her friends. And what you need to do instead is appreciate the unique, amazing person your daughter is without judgment and comparison. All of these things are outdated, ineffective, and downright destructive to your daughter's health and self-image. So if that stuff doesn't work, then what does? So here comes that system I mentioned earlier. Let me walk you through it. I'll do that right now. All right, let's talk. Let's go. Let's walk right through this 4-step game plan that will allow your daughter to achieve healthy weight loss, body positivity, and social connections in just 6 months. The first step is loving accountability. Tell you what, you work with your daughter. You guys work together to set healthy goals around nutrition, exercise, and self-care. These are her goals, though. She gets to make these goals. They're her goals, not yours. You act as her accountability partner, checking in regularly to support her progress. But there is no shaming. There's absolutely no shaming if she falls short. You're going to keep that focus on the positive thing and celebrate her win and cultivating that intrinsic motivation. You'll model self-acceptance, avoiding talks about diet culture or body image struggles that you have. You don't want to put your own body image struggles on her. When you take the supportive approach, your daughter will feel empowered rather than micromanaged. This steps allows her to take ownership of her health in ways that feels confident. In loving accountability, you'll set some goals and together, and your daughter will take ownership of those goals. Your daughter will act actively in setting her health goals as it relates to nutrition, exercise, and self-care. These are personalized goals and reflect her own aspirations and desires, empowering her to take ownership of her health journey. And you'll be her supportive accountability. And as her accountability partner, you will provide regular check-ins to support her progress. This is going to be a lot of emphasis on support and encouragement rather than shaming or judgment. You're not shaming her if she falls short of her goal. We'll encourage the more. That shaming is very detrimental to progress. But this accountability creates a safe and non-threatening environment that fosters growth and resilience. And it's very important to remain positive. Focus on those things and celebrate the goods, the wins. Celebrate. The program maintains a positive focus by celebrating wins and achievements along the way. By acknowledging and celebrating progress, your daughter's intrinsic motivation, she'll be able to self-motivate, and her self-confidence, it'll get nurtured and helping her stay committed to her goal. It's important to stay positive and celebrate wins. This program maintains a positive focus, celebrating wins and achievements along the way. By acknowledging and celebrating progress, your daughter's intrinsic motivation and self-confidence are nurtured, helping her to stay committed to her goal. Model of self-acceptance. That's what you're a model for her. As her parent, you will model self-acceptance and avoid discussions about diet or your own body image struggles, how you feel about your own body. We will not project that onto her. You will show her self-acceptance. This creates a healthy environment from harmful comparisons and unrealistic expectations, fostering a positive body image and self-esteem in your daughter. The type of self-esteem that you want her to have and that she desires. Empowerment and personal growth are very important. Loving accountability empowers your daughter to take charge of her own well-being and develop a sense of personal responsibility. Through this process, she'll cultivate self-discipline, reliance, empowerment, and personal growth are very key in loving accountability. Very key items. Loving accountability empowers your daughter to take charge of her own well-being and develop a sense of personal responsibility. Through this process, she'll cultivate discipline, resilience, and the ability to choose. She'll make choices that allow her to feel confident. She'll make those choices that align with her own values and inspirations. Empowerment and personal growth are very important when it comes to loving accountability, because loving accountability empowers your daughter to take charge of her own well-being and develop a sense of personal responsibility. Through this process, she will cultivate self-discipline, resilience, and the ability to make choices that align with her own value and her own aspiration. And love and accountability has a component of lifestyle, what we lifestyle habits. Want her to develop sustainable lifestyle habits. By incorporating love and accountability, your daughter will develop sustainable lifestyle habits that go beyond short-term results. The focus is on fostering long-term behavior change and cultivating healthy relationships with herself and her well-being. Loving accountability has a component in this program that offers your daughter personalized goal setting. So it gives her a supportive audience. She'll get supportive guidance and a positive environment that promotes self-acceptance and intrinsic. The loving accountability component of this program offers your daughter personalized goal setting, supportive guidance, and a positive environment that promotes self-acceptance and intrinsic motivation. It empowers her to take ownership of her health, celebrate her successes, and cultivate sustainable habits for a long term. This will help her long-term well-being. The second step is compassionate coach. And here's what that involves. Serving as your daughter's wellness coach at home, guiding her toward decisions without judgment, taking part in educating her on nutrition and exercise science, and developing a growth mindset, role playing on how to handle bullying and set boundaries and cultivate healthy relationships. And we're going to get a little curious about the emotions that drive unhealthy. And we'll do this with compassion. So it'll be coaching with compassion that you'll give to your daughter. And your daughter will develop skills and knowledge that last and that make lasting change in her life. Guidance and support, we're stressing that really hard. She will have a dedicated wellness coach who will provide guidance and support and encouragement that she's going to need throughout. This coach will help her navigate challenges and make informed decisions and develop a positive mindset. Education and empowerment. Your daughter will receive education on nutrition, exercise science, and the importance of growth mindset. This knowledge will empower your daughter to make informed choices about her health and well-being. We're reinforcing things with this program and want to really drive home the importance of developing resilience and assertiveness. So through role-playing exercises, she will learn how to handle bullying, she'll set boundaries and cultivate healthy relationships. This will help her develop more resilient and assertiveness and the ability to advocate for herself. Also, with this compassionate coaching construct, will reinforce again an emotional awareness. The compassionate coaching approach encourages curiosity about the emotions driving any unhealthy behavior. This process will help your daughter develop emotional awareness, allowing her to recognize and address underlying emotional triggers that may impact her well-being. And what do we want? What we want, the major thing we want, the major thing we want, and the major thing you want, the major thing she wants is lasting change. And by combining guidance, education, emotional support, and practical skills, compassionate coaching aims to facilitate lasting change. Your daughter will develop the skills, knowledge, and mindset necessary. She'll get the mindset necessary to have sustainable improvement. She'll have the mindset necessary to make sustainable improvement. Do you hear me? She'll make sustainable improvements in her health and overall well-being. Overall, through compassionate coaching, your daughter will gain the support and tools needed to make positive changes and feel resilient. And she'll be able to cultivate a healthier and more fulfilling lifestyle. The third step is facilitating a sister circle. This means helping your daughter connect with a small group of peers who are on a similar self-love journey. It's bonding over shared experience and mutual understanding, not competition or comparison. Serving as a mentor for the group, guiding conversations, guiding activities, and these activities and guidance will focus on health, spirituality, and inner wisdom. In the sister circle, your daughter will blossom through friendship, community, and faith in herself. And in this sister circle, she'll have that peer connection that we talked about earlier. This is going to be reinforced. Your daughter will have the opportunity to connect with those small groups of peers who are similar to her. This connection creates a safe and supportive place for her. This is what she's going to need. She's going to be able to share her experiences, share her challenges and successes with others who can relate and understand. And then the sister circle provides opportunities for bonding and to receive empathy and to give empathy. The sister circle emphasizes bond heavily. We want them to have mutual respect and understanding for one another. They have shared experience, so they'll be able to foster empathy and compassion for one another in this group. All the members on a similar journey. This environment will absolutely discourage competition or comparison, allowing for authentic connections between all of them in the sister circle. This sister circle also has a mentoring and guidance component. And as part of the program, your daughter will have a mentor who facilitates the sister circle, facilitate those group meetings we were talking about. And the mentor will guide the conversations and activities that focus on various aspects of health, spirituality, and inner wisdom. They will provide guidance, wisdom, and support to help your daughter navigate her journey of self-love and growth. Okay, and another thing we want to emphasize or reinforce in this program with the sister circle is establishing friendship and community. The sister circle provides opportunity for your daughter to build meaningful friendships within a supportive community. The shared experiences that we'll talk about and understanding, they'll be able to support one another, support the members of this sister circle. And this can create a sense of belonging and empowerment, and confidence will be reinforced in this circle. Through the sister circle, your daughter will have the chance to express herself. She'll be heard, and she'll receive validation and encouragement from her sisters in this circle. This supportive environment that we're building can boost her self-confidence and her belief in herself as she witnessed her own growth and the growth of her peers. So we want to make sure that she is strong in the skill sets that she's learned. So there is inside of this sister circle, your daughter will be able to tap into her own wisdom and spirituality, and as well as her intuition. Through various activities and discussions, she'll develop a deeper connection with herself and cultivate a stronger sense of trust and self-reliance. She'll have those resources to go within herself and pull out that inner strength that she has drawn from the sister circle and be able to use it over and over again. The sister circle component of this program offers your daughter a space to connect, bond, and grow with her peers who share similar journeys. It provides mentorship, community, and an opportunity for personal and spiritual development, allowing her to blossom through friendship, support, and faith in herself. Step 4 is establishing lifelong practices such as journaling. And journaling cultivates self-awareness and processing emotion. It allows you to get your thoughts out. And movement. The first step, lifelong practice, you'll discover movement. And not just any movement. You'll get into movement. She'll get to get into movement that brings joy. Not just rigorous movement of exercise, but movements like dance, yoga, and sports that she actually enjoys. And you want to encourage a lifelong practice of meditation and spiritual practice to nurture herself on the inside while she's changing on the outside. And affirmations to reinforce her self-love and to drown out all of that negative noise, that food noise, the negative voices, the negative conversations that she's heard, the negativity that people bring. She'll gain affirmations that she can pull from to encourage herself. These practices, these lifelong practices that we talked about, will become second nature, ensuring her growth continues long after 6. Think of these practices like building blocks for your daughter's future. Imagine her facing life's challenges with a sense of grace and resilience, like she has an invisible shield of strength around her. These practices will they'll help her navigate the ups and downs of her life with confidence and determination. Long after we finish here, long after 6 months, they're not quickie fix that fade away after a while. Instead, they are like lifelong tools she'll carry with her almost without even realizing. So by embracing these practices, your daughter isn't just caring about her outer world and how that changes. She's also nurturing something deep within herself. It's like she's planting seeds of inner strength, confidence, and self-love that will grow and blossom as she moves throughout her life. And with these tools in her toolkit, she'll be ready to tackle whatever comes her way on her journey ahead. Imagine her facing life's challenges with a sense of grace and resilience, like she's got an invisible shield. When you've done all that, you're on a beautiful trajectory towards confidence and resilience. So by embracing these practices, your plus size teen isn't just changing her outer world. She's also nurturing something deep within. It's like she's planted seed of confidence and it's growing. So doesn't this all make sense? Your daughter will have the ownership over her health that she needs to make healthy choices without controlling or micromanaging her. And she'll see you as a supportive app throughout her weight loss journey. And you'll have the tools to help her stay accountable. You'll have the coaching and tools you need to focus on healthy meals and fun exercise. Your daughter will have sisterhood and with other teenager girls who become friends, who are all navigating weight loss together. You'll get to see your daughter blossom. Yeah, we all want to see her blossom into that empowered young woman she was meant to. And you'll feel total peace and contentment as the parent, because you know your daughter is on that path. She is on the path to health, happiness, and that's the path this program is going to set for her. Do you see how powerful this is? Like I said, everything you've been feeling as a parent, the helplessness, the frustration, the guilt, none of that is your fault. You didn't have a system. But now that you know, you owe it to yourself and your daughter. You owe it to you and you owe it to your daughter to start using this system so she can become that healthy, confident, hopeful young woman starting today. And the bottom line is, once you have this, you'll have a start to finish system for going from powerless parent to empowered women. And you're going to be able to do that with your daughter in as little as 6 months. Now, let me ask you this. Without this plan, what does the next 6 months look like for your daughter? If you don't have this plan in place, what does 6 months from now, how would it look? What would that look like for your daughter? Well, let me paint the picture for you. If nothing changes in 6 months, your daughter will be more withdrawn, spending all her time locked away in her room. She'll increasingly become more insecure about her body, obsessing over her weight and comparing herself endlessly to other girls. If nothing changes in your daughter's life, in the next 6 months, your daughter will be at higher risk for serious illness like diabetes, high blood pressure, and depression. If nothing changes, she's going to be lacking social connection and the coping skills to handle bullying and adversity. Is that what you want for your little girl? Of course it's not. And we don't want that either. So you can keep on lying awake at night after night, terrified your daughter's self-esteem and health will continue to deteriorate. You're dealing with secrecy and resentment and constant fights, watching her weight continue to rise as she makes the wrong choices and then judges herself and berates herself and ultimately gets judged and bullied by others. She'll get judged and bullied by those kids to where she ends up hating herself or her body and potentially having a far more serious crisis. You have way more trouble on your hands if this happens. Or if you want to feel confident, if you want to have that confidence to guide your daughter down a path of health, love, and connection that completely transforms her on her new path, she'll feel joy and she'll feel accomplished as she gets into smaller clothes and gain self-confidence in her appearance. You'll see positive changes on the scale and she'll appreciate her efforts in caring for her body. The newfound energy and vitality she'll have will enable her to actively participate in physical activities with her peers like she couldn't before. She'll develop a positive body image and embracing her unique shape, embracing how she's shaped, and see size comparison as stupid. She won't see size and compare herself. And she won't have to succumb to the pressure of certain size. Again, you can keep on lying awake at night after night. Again, you can keep on lying awake at night after night, terrified that your daughter's self-esteem and health will continue to deteriorate. And you'll be dealing with secrecy and resentment and constant fights, watching her continue to gain weight. Her weight will continue to rise as she makes wrong choices and then judges and berates herself and ultimately gets judged and bullied by others at school, to where she ends up hating herself or her body and potentially having a far more serious situation. You'll have something more serious on your hand. Or if you feel you want, let me start again. You can keep on laying awake at night after night, terrified that your daughter's self-esteem and health will continue to deteriorate, dealing with secrecy and resentment and constant fight, watching her weight continue to rise as she makes wrong decisions, then judges herself, then berates herself, and ultimately gets into bullying to where she ends up hating herself and her body. And potentially, you may have a more serious crisis on your hands. If you want to feel confident, your daughter guiding her, or if you want to feel confident, you're guiding your daughter down a path of health, self-love, and connection that completely transforms her and leads her down a new path. She'll feel joy and accomplishment. She'll fit into those small clothes so that joy will come from her and she will be very accomplished and that confidence that she needs about her appearance. You'll see her positively changing, seeing positive changes on the scale. She'll appreciate her efforts. She'll appreciate that she cared for her body. She'll get that energy and vitality that enables her to actively participate in physical activities with her peers like she couldn't before. She will develop a positive body image, embracing her own unique shape, and size won't be a problem. She'll embrace her shape and her size without comparison or pressure, and she'll be able to recognize her and the qualities that make her so great. She'll experience a boost in her self-esteem and self-worth beyond appearance, beyond what she looks like on the outside. She'll build meaningful relationships with accepting peers that fosters a sense of belonging and connection. And she'll develop resilience and a positive mindset, being able to navigate challenges with confidence. She'll balance academic, social interaction, and self-care. She's going to lead a fulfilled life, a well-rounded life. Your daughter's journey encompasses joy, comfort, resilience, positive body image, meaningful relations, and a balanced life. And you'll finally be at peace. You'll finally be calm. You'll be at peace knowing she became the empowered young lady she was meant to be. Then here's what I have for you. My team and I, me and my team, I'll be there too. We'll set aside, again, my team and I have set aside some time in the next 24 to 48 hours to speak to you personally about how you can apply for the system to become the empowered parent your daughter needs you to be starting today. Here's how this works. You'll get on the Zoom call for about 45 minutes. You can tell me everything you're struggling with as a parent and everything that's not working. Then on this call, we'll put our heads together and come up with a step-by-step plan. We'll have a game plan for you to empower your daughter to achieve weight loss faster than you ever thought. It'll be so fast. You never thought that it'll be possible. And if you want my help to implement that game plan so you can start seeing progress for your daughter right away, we can talk about how to make that happen. If not, that's fine too. Either way, my goal for this call is to show you exactly what is needed. You'll get exact next step. Either way, my goal for this call is to show you what your exact next step should be to becoming the unconditionally loving parent your daughter needs without judgment and control. And by the way, this is not for everybody. No. This is not for everyone. I have 2 very strict requirements you must meet in order to be eligible for the free session. 1, you must be a parent of an overweight or obese teenage girl who wants to guide your daughter to health. You want to guide her to self-love. With a child, the daughter has to be on board. Got to be receptive to change. So you are a parent of an overweight or obese teenage girl. You want to guide your daughter to health and self-love, and she is receptive of the change. If it's not for you, or if your daughter doesn't want to help, you can exit this page right now. Do that again. 1, you must be a parent of an overweight or obese teenage girl who wants to guide your daughter to health and self-love, with your child receptive to the change. If that's not you, or if your daughter doesn't want help, please exit this page right now. 2, you must be serious about empowering your daughter to achieve healthy, sustainable weight loss and be willing to invest what it takes to make that happen. I've helped several groups of parents just like you guide their daughter to body positivity and confidence, but it takes an investment in yourself as a parent to make that happen. If you're not willing to do that, then I can't help you. But if you're a parent of a teenage daughter who is overweight or obese, and you're serious about helping her achieve weight loss, and you're willing to invest what it takes to make that happen, then click the button under this video and schedule a free breakthrough session now. In just a few short weeks from now, you could be at rest. You can be taking it easy at night with complete peace of mind, knowing your daughter, that remarkable girl you have, is on a path to health and self-love, that she feels confident, and she's confident in her own body, and that she is becoming the healthy, strong, vibrant young lady she was always meant to. Don't wait. Book that call. I'm Dr. Kamika Baylor, and let's talk soon.